That's not it. Good morning. 22 years ago, I had an experience in Brazil, which really changed my life. I was on the beach, and after a surf with some friends, somebody handed me this purple concoction of fruit, this Brazilian fruit. And I said to myself, wow, it tasted delicious. It was not only delicious, it was beautiful. It made me feel amazing. The way that it made my body feel, it was something that made me feel strong, made me feel alive. And I thought to myself, wow, this is something that my friends in the United States and other places in the world would really enjoy. I also did some research, and I learned that Greenpeace actually came out and said that this little berry was the most important product in terms of money for the entire Amazon rainforest outside of wood. I said, wow, this is incredible. And a light bulb went off in my head, and I thought to myself, wow, I could combine health and wellness, taste and beauty, and conservation, and I set out to create the world's #1 sustainable food and beverage brand. Easy, right? I thought to myself, this could be the Starbucks of the next generation, of your kids' generation, frankly, because it combined sustainability, and it had the things that your kids care about. And it had health and wellness and all these great benefits. Easy, right? Well, the only problems were no one had ever heard of it. It grew on a 10-meter tall palm tree, and there was only a 5% yield on the actual berry. Plus, it's really hard to pronounce. Acai is the world's most exciting superfood. It's something that now in Dubai, can I see a raise of hands? How many people have had an acai bowl? Amazing. Believe it or not, the UAE is now the biggest market for acai outside of the United States and Brazil. And it's found, all over the place. It's the most popular food on Instagram in the world. And the category is expected to reach $2 billion by 2026. But awareness, and around the world, awareness equals growth. So all of these markets where there is no acai and there is no awareness, you start going in and putting it into people's mouths, and people start tasting it, and the growth just starts to appear. So everywhere we look, over 22 years now, everywhere we look and we have invested marketing dollars, you see a market for acai. And I know I don't have to tell you that here in the UAE because it's so hot, right? Besides awareness, there were really 3 parts to the business, because awareness isn't enough, right? That's just marketing. But to create this business, to create this omni-channel business where you could walk into a supermarket and you could buy this product, and you could also walk into a retail store and buy it, a la Starbucks, and I use that as an example because everybody knows what it is. There's more than just creating awareness. So there's really 3 steps that I'm going to talk about that we have accomplished over the last 22 years, 2 of which we're doing pretty good, and then the 3rd is very brand new, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. So the first is supply chain. There did not exist any supply chain for acai. It's wild harvested in the forest, so you have about 500,000 people climbing trees and harvesting this berry as a renewable resource. And we didn't want to just create a supply chain. We wanted to create a supply chain where every unit of product helps protect the biodiversity of the forest and supports the local people who are working in the supply chain. And this is really important. I think there's been a lot of historical instances where that was not the case. And because this was brand new, and myself and my co-founders had really a heart for sustainability, as our generation does, we had to establish not only environmental standards and social standards, but also industrial standards. And we started the business on a philosophy we call the triple bottom line. And the triple bottom line measures success not only economically, but also socially and environmentally. So we pioneered organic certification for acai. We pioneered fair trade certification for acai. And we also pioneered the industrial standards for acai. The second is distribution and products. So today we are found in, this is just an example of some of the people we do business with, but we've managed to create wholesale distribution in about 40 countries. as well as work with great partners in those countries and develop innovative products which take this puree of acai, which was all that was available 22 years ago, and move it into different categories, whether it's novelties, or it's juices, or it's sorbets and desserts, or just your regular acai bowls, which a lot of people are consuming on a daily basis. And the third part is retail. And so after 22 years, we just started our retail license franchise program with one store. And in 6 months, we now have 6 stores in the works. And we have about 20 in the pipeline, and our goal is to have about 100 stores in the next 5 years. And we're beginning now, this is our biggest market outside of the United States, we're beginning to look for the right franchise partner for the region. So please come and have a bowl of acai if you haven't tried it. Talk to us a little bit about it and enjoy some of the delicious powers of acai. Thank you very much.